The majority of students that I have met had one problem in common: lack of confidence. And today in this video, I'm going to talk about where this comes from. Let us not try to go directly into the solution, because I know what you were thinking. You were thinking, okay, Gina is going to help us how to build confidence. Yes, I will. But before that, you need to understand and find out what's the cause. Where is this lack of confidence coming from? So are you ready? Because I want you to sit tight. I'm going to ask you a few questions and make sure that you're open from here and here to take in things so that I can work with you, understand your real problems. Well, so do you find yourself uncomfortable when you're talking to other people in a group setting? Now, what I care about here is English language learning specifically, but let's connect it with all the languages that you have been using. I'm going to ask you straight questions. So when you speak English, do you feel more uncomfortable in a group setting? And compare the same thing in your native language. Okay, understand. So when you're in the group of English speaking people, do you feel, or are you sure you can understand whatever they are saying 100%? Can you understand them 100%? If yes, good. If not, note it down. What about when you are talking in your native language group? When you're talking to your people, are you able to understand them? Yes? Good. No? Probably. Can happen. Okay. Now, you will see the reason I'm asking these questions is I want you to understand yourself as a person first. Okay? So for some people, we say their personalities matter. Yes, they do matter, because if I am, as a person, if I'm shy, if as a person, I always keep my tone low and I talk low, I don't make an eye contact, and I usually would look down as a person, right? So that's my personality. So how can we work on it? I am here to work on this whole personality thing with you so that you can learn to express yourself, because body language, your eye contact, your gestures, your postures, all these things matter when you communicate. But remember, see, what I'm trying to make you understand this again here is, it's not about your English. It's about building your whole thing, learning to communicate, learning to make the eye contact. And trust me, these skills you can learn. Even if you think that, oh, but I usually speak slow. It's okay. You can still speak slow. You can still speak with a low tone, but creating a big impact. Did you just say, I changed my tone to a low tone? But that's not me as a person. But I changed my tone to a low tone. But even when I'm talking right now, you're still listening, aren't you? So that's the magic I do with my students. Okay? Well, so understanding your personality is super, super important. Let's talk about another factor. Your personality can be one of the factors that can impact your confidence. Second thing, your human behavioral aspect. Nobody talks about it because not everybody is a language researcher, right? Or language learning researcher in my case. So how about you have a behavioral pattern that where if somebody tries to correct your mistake, drop in the confidence right away, right there. It can happen. Why it can't? It's a very normal human behavioral trait. It can happen. But for some people, this works absolutely in opposite direction. The moment you correct themselves, they're like, ooh, I learned something. Whoop. And they will try to implement what you just have told them. You correct their mistake, but they take it as a constructive feedback. I mean, their behavior, their human behavioral aspect, it takes it as a constructive feedback, and they respond to it in a constructive way by repeating those words, by trying to use those words in another sentences or the consecutive 3 or 4 sentences. These are just two basic behavioral human aspects that I told you about. Trust me, there are so many behavioral patterns that exist when we are learning a language. Now, language learning, behavioral patterns, they are connected as well. And that's what I work on with my students in my class so that I get to see them. But the thing is, I don't tell them, hey, you have this problem. No. Because if I will tell you, hey, you got this problem. Imagine somebody telling you, hey, you got this problem, you got that problem, you got the other problem. Irrespective of the human behavioral pattern, anybody would feel down. And I make sure that I'm working with my students very subconsciously, not at a conscious level. Because if I start working on a conscious level, it would feel like more teaching math. Expressions come from within. It comes from inside. That's where I work, inside your head, so that you get to know how you can express yourselves. Coming back to lack of confidence, what could be other factor? What do you think? Can your past experiences create an impact in a way that you feel lost? You don't feel connected. You don't feel like, I don't want to express. You feel like, oh, mostly, there are some people who think, oh, I'm really good at small talks and I just can't go deep in conversations. I can't build the connection with other people. And then there are the other people, they feel like, oh, I cannot do small talk at all. I don't know how to do small talk. I usually just dive in and stick straight to the point. That's all. So different personalities. There is another personality who gets into deep conversations in first talk. Well, that can be one of the factors, your past experiences. Now you might be wondering why I'm asking you all these questions, because these are some of the sources of lack of confidence. And now how can we work on it? Do you have any ideas? So to know how can you get your confidence back, get the guide in the description, click on the guide link, and it will have all the information about, it's a free guide, you don't have to pay for it, and it will have all the information about how can you build your confidence up. But first, remember, realize and understand what is the source of this lack of confidence. And I'm always here for you. If you want me to talk about something else, please feel free to write it in the comment section below. And if you want to work on your English language skills, I just want to say one thing very clearly. I don't work with a lot of students. So in case, even if you reach out to me on the social media link that I have provided below, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I can't promise that I would be able to give you my time, but if I can, I would love that. So it depends on my availability and it depends on the number of students I'm teaching, because I don't teach bulk. I teach less and I make sure that my students get what they want. So I hope this video might have helped you. Feel free to reach out and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Take care.